And we are back with the other match of the 11th now. I believe it was the 11th. Yes. Okay. And this is one of the... This was the last tournament match of yesterday, I believe. There was only two, so let's go through the players. On the Allied side, we have Erika as Royal Artillery. Okay. And we have Valhallen as US Mechanized. Another interesting choice. For the Germans, we have Arranged Karma as Infanteriedivision for the Wehrmacht. And Smokey as Panzerjäger Tactics for the Waffen-SS. That's going to be a very interesting one, I think. It's an Eindhoven country, I believe this map is called. But it looks like Erika is going straight for Canadians. A unique, cheap infantry alternative. You get access to if you're playing as the Royal Artillery. That's going to be an interesting thing to see how the Canadians fare. Wait to see. Looks like it's going to be the Wehrmacht versus the Canadians and the US Mechanized versus the Panzerjäger. So the Panzerjägers technically might have the upper hand late game, depending on how things turn out. Sabers are already opening fire on these Pioneers. They're not going to last long. Most Grenadiers take a position though to support. Canadians going to provide a lot of supporting fire though. Germans are lacking in munitions at the moment. Oh, killing the Volksgrenadiers, tries to get out. Not looking good here for the Wehrmacht. They're taking heavy losses quickly due to all the Canadians. Americans are oh yeah, the Americans are flanked up from the high ground here with the combat engineers and riflemen. As well as a Jeep. Wow, they're going all in. I suppose this is a tournament after all. I suppose we should not expect slower, more methodical games. People are being very, very aggressive. Unfortunately, that's also one of the things about the tournament, is some people will cheese some things. Looks like we're just seeing pure Canadian infantry. The GP support, that's just gonna keep suppressing the German squads. So Germans are just slowly just getting whittled down really, really fast.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
The Germans have just suffered heavy losses immediately. After this, only down to 3 infantry squads, and the Wehrmacht is about the same. We're seeing 5 Canadian squads for the British player from Erika here. Wait, the Jeep can capture? What? Can the Jeep from Mechanized capture? Or is that an ability? Might be an ability. Might be the raid ability he's used actually. Which I think allows the light vehicles to capture points. And then it's moving to support the British allies. Okay. Canadian rifles everywhere. Holy shit. MG42 coming out here. Then more shots being prepared by the Canadians and even barbed wire. They're going to deny territory for the Wehrmacht. These combat engineers are in a good position though, but they are starting to get mowed down over time. Is that a Willy Pete grenade? It is. Now Jeep is going to try and go in for the kill on some squads. Yeah, the Germans have taken a lot of losses quick here. Not a good sign. Looks like Erika and Valhallen is going really heavily in here. Oh, this Mechanized troops getting mowed down on the open. Oh god, all the combined Kar-98 fire. They did get the grenade off, and they did actually kill another SS Grenadier. So kinda worth it, but I really think that guy should have died there. That was not something you should do. You should not run your men out to throw a grenade like that. That's suicidal. You should care more about your men. Yeah, it's not looking good here. They're already practically base locking the Axis. That's not a good show already. Quite rude. That'd be rude. Medics are doing their job here to try and heal up the German troops that need it. Keep us pulling slowly backwards. We have Storm Gears armed under Storm Grenadiers. Anything you can do if you're playing as Panzerjäger. 30 cal coming up here. Looks like it's air cooled. There's a demo charge here. But you should not activate it until more of the Grenadier squad is present. Which will be now. Boom. Yep. Valhallen using all the tricks in the book here. Yeah, the Germans are getting completely overrun. Erica's most just using Canadians. Huh. HG is doing a really good job for the Americans, I will say. We also have a lieutenant here. The C4 Highlanders. Which I do believe is actually the Canadian regiment, but I might be wrong on that.
Flares ready to illuminate the front line.
Oh, the lieutenant's not doing a good job there, though. He's taking heavy losses.
Ready for dispatch to the frontline troops.
He has to pull back to heal. More mechanized troops present. Unique unit if you're playing as US mechanized. I would say they're actually better than riflemen in most cases, but they don't have any AT equipment unless you can get the veteran Nanda with the bazooka. Ooh, yeah, but I don't think the Germans can last for much longer at this rate. Look at all the British force. They've even airdropped in an AT gun in case they need it. They're thinking ahead. They've also set up a forward encampment here. Yeah, you can actually get the Indians, by the way. If you're playing as Royal Artillery, so you can like call in Indian troops and Gurkhas. However, they seem to be a lot more unique in Company Heroes 3, which is unfortunately not out yet, of course. But I think Royal Artillery will be fun in Company Heroes 3 if they get to play like oh, attack grounding into the smoke. Very cheeky.
Good to go. You're starting to get under my skin.
They have a half-track come out with flame projectors. Oh my god, okay. And the Canadians don't have any AT equipment unless they get to Veteran 2. So I think once this one gets its flame projectors, there might be something to help push back the Americans and Canadians. Yeah, they're now mines though, so the Americans are thinking ahead. The Canadians are just base locking them. We're thinking when Infanterie is ignited to get the flame projectors. 50 cal emplacements already been set up here, so the half-track will not do well against that, I think. But now the flame projector is gonna go out. Artillery going in, though. Looks like it's just fake, though. But the Germans cannot know that. Needs to get up on the machine gun. And I don't think, yeah, the mine's not going to stop them because the mine's not in the way. 3 pounder is sitting up though. And that's all it takes. He should probably have kept moving. Yeah, so that was kind of botched. He's probably just driven closer.
Ambush camouflage now available.
Oh, good rifle grade though. That's going to buy the Germans some time. It's going to be an opening they needed. Looks like the sappers are stuck behind the HC gun. Yeah, you deserve that.
Ready for orders.
Looks like the Gurkhas and the Indians are being called in. There's MG42 being set up here. A little bit of lag. There we go.
Medical supplies and weapons ready to airdrop along our front line.
Explosive going in here from the 6-pounder. Hitting the machine gun. Artillery being called in. This one is real. Indians have arrived.
Get ready, chaps. Stand ready. Let's go, chaps.
6-man squads. Generally just cannon fodder units. Are mostly used as such anyway.
Waiting. Orders.
I think the Indians will probably be a little bit better presented in Company of Heroes 3 because I actually saw actual Indian models in that, so that'll be a cool thing. Same with the Gurkhas. Right now they're just using the really British rifle section because the British really lack a lot of diverse models. Very unfortunate thing. But it's cool to see the Indians at least being called in, so we can try and ignore all this Canadian spam. I always appreciate the battle groups being used, that's always a cool thing. Oh, Pack destroying the half-track with the Gurkhas. The Gurkhas are still alive, only 2 of them though. But all the Indian rifles are present. There's some stormtroopers arriving here for the infantry division. Unique elite infantry squad, they can only have 1 at a time, I believe. Even calling artillery if you have the munitions for them. The Germans are lacking munitions at the moment. Artillery being called in. Another pack. And more grenadiers being called in behind. That Understone Fury is probably dead. Yeah, I don't think the Germans gonna get out of this one. They're just taking too many losses. Even a mortar pit is being set up here in the center. Man, this is just a little bit cruel in all honesty. I see what the British probably needs to be nerfed a little bit more. Vegas is still trying to hold up here. But I think the Stormtroopers might win out this time.
The gun is not crude, not anymore.
Oh, there's an A2 though, so I think it's over for the Germans.
Now available for action.
The Allies just need to muster the spirit to push in. But they're just being too timid. Far too timid. They've been aggressive early on. Why are they not aggressive now? It's completely open for them to do.
All sectors.
By artillery being called in by the Germans, but it's not going to do much. Looks like it was the Stormtroopers that radioed it in. The Sherman is going to be a big problem.
Additional resources are now available to you, Commander.
I suppose we're going under the Stormtroopers, but he stopped after seeing the pack. Yeah, the mortar pit is a little bit too much, I think, especially so close.
A capture point is being overrun.
Oh, double Bren guns on the Gurkhas, interesting. Storm Grenadiers still trying to do their best here, but it's not going to be enough. The sheer amount of Canadian and Indian infantry here might just be too much. What can the Indians even be armed with? The Vickers birds here? Huh. So it's like a... That's a very unique one. I've never heard of that gun actually. Lewis, obviously, flamethrower, and Piats. Okay. Very interesting. So the Indians seem to be like a fairly unique infantry. The fact that it's 6-man too. Land matches on top of this? Oh my god, now you're just being too much. Royal Artillery should not get the land matches on top of everything else it gets. Now you're becoming way too. That is just too stupid. I think the British definitely needs to get a few unit nerfs. That's a little bit ridiculous in my opinion. I would probably like to see that the British can be completely changed, depending on your anvil and hammer choice. Like if you go hammer, you could get the Canadians. If you go anvil, you should get the Indians. Like as you are cheaper infantry. That's at least my opinion. I think that could be a kind of neat thing. Like make basically the British doctrines be actually 2 doctrines in 1, where you have to pick, and that will also determine a lot of things. That's just my opinion and ideas, though. I think that could be like a very unique thing. But we also have Looks like delayed fuse here for the American mortar. And the Germans just huddling in their base. What the hell are they gonna do? America has the manpower to push it, and they got the land mattress. They just need to fire with it. Like, fire the base and they can just push in. What's gonna stop them? Like, seriously. Like, land mattress for the Royal Artillery? A little bit too much, if you ask me. They already get howitzers and everything, but also the land mattress? That's just ridiculous. Germans are hearing and they're quickly evacuating the base just so they don't get hit. That's need some good force. They're actually trying to do an infantry push over here. But there are 50 cal emplacements ready. Eve has been armed with an expert gunnery and combat driving. Okay. Even tank traps and everything. Wow, the Americans have really used their combat engineers to do a thing here. That's a good field craft right there, but I don't think it was really needed at the moment. Like even mines, I think.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
Good attempt though from the Germans to try and make a breakout though on the other flank. I just don't think it's gonna be enough because the Americans are just relocating their troops.
The enemy has destroyed
The 50 cal emplacement is down though. But the Americans, not the Brits are now just base bombing. Just push in, Erica. Don't just base bomb like that, that's just lazy. And another land mattress shot. I feel so bad for Arranged Karma and Smokey right here. This is just cruel. This is pure cruelty. And the Shermans should just push in. There's little to stop them. The Germans don't even have enough munitions to use anything. The biggest thing they have to stop them is packs, and I don't think that's going to be enough. And Eric is just being way too timid here. They have the troops. Use them. What are the Germans going to do? They have nothing.
Looks like we're getting into
This is just delaying it, really. Even so they have a howitzer now, like, come on. Come on. Now you're just being silly. It's just being far, far too silly. And all these troops too, their upkeep should be ridiculous, but it doesn't seem to be affecting them that much, which is not a good thing. Really, they should be suffering a little bit more with their upkeep with that many troops, even if they're cheap troops.
Button her up. Big push coming.
Panzer F1 coming out, but I don't think the Germans can do much once the howitzer starts firing, because that's going to be a 5.5 inch. That's going to hit the base, and the Germans are going to surrender the instant that starts landing. I'm pretty sure. Yep, and it's firing immediately. And boom! And at that point, I think the Germans are just going to surrender.
Our HQ is under attack.
Yep, they surrendered. Make complete sense. Oh, this was just silly. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed the match, and I'll give you the rest of the matches tomorrow whenever they come out. I'll see you then. Bye bye.